for chat. Well, I was gonna say I hope everyone's having a good Thursday, but it's actually Wednesday and I'm just getting home from school and it is 1 a.m. So I'm still having my dinner almost done. Of mashed yams. um, so this week's topic is how we process our gender, be it through YouTube or other means. I guess I have a couple of semi-creative outlets, which I don't get to exercise so much anymore, but when I was in my late teens, I used to draw people a lot, and I have thousands of sketchbooks with these androgynous looking figures, and I was trying to find my favorite one, but I have no idea where it is. So I used to draw a lot of I guess all of my people kind of looked like me, but more androgynous because I was still fairly feminine at the time. And in retrospect, that was kind of totally a way of dealing with gender. I think that was like my 19-year-old way of saying that I hate the conventions that were put in front of me. So I found a few, but let's see. So all of my people kind of looked like me. I guess hopefully that, oh, and there goes the screen. They all looked like mixes between me and my best friend, and all of her people used to look like mixes between her and I. So we just have notebooks full of our children, and we were both kind of processing all of our body issues at the time. On this one, they were all kind of naked. Yes. I was also really obsessed with anatomy too. But now I don't draw people so much anymore because I'm more aware of what I'm doing, I guess, and I also just don't have the time for it. But I used to just sit around and doodle, and I think it was definitely an outlet for a lot of my kind of gender frustrations and body insecurities and insecurities with sexuality and so on. I don't journal so much, but I definitely have periods of my life when I keep a journal. Like, for example, when last fall I did like a solo trek through Europe, and it was just backpacking. It was pretty much alone most of the time, and did a lot of couch surfing. So I was just kind of in strangers' houses, and my journal became my best friend. And I was also trying to make a lot of decisions pertaining to gender, and so I wrote about shit every day, and I made like little diagrams. And even though I tried to make my backpack that I was carrying around as light as possible, I just kept finding gender-related books, so I would buy them and I would read them on trains, and then I would write and try to process shit in various countries. So this one is pretty thick. This is my Europe traveling, and I'm gonna keep this one further away because it's actually like a journal, but let me see if I can find one of my teeny tiny pages. I have really small writing, but I'm trying to write a lot. So it's just like hundreds of pages of diagrams and all kinds of weird shit. Oh, and there's little people again. Wait, this way. Yeah. They all have character noses. This is super tiny writing. Um, but yeah, I journal every once in a while. I like to just have a bunch of notebooks laying around. Um, Mostly though, I think I process a lot through talking to my best friends. So I don't know when this happened exactly, but um, as it turns out, a lot of my closest friends have a background in like cognitive behavioral therapy related stuff, and I take full advantage of that. um, so I usually get them on the phone for hours and repeat topics over and over and over again until I feel better about myself and they probably want to kill me. Um, and same goes with my best friend who is not a counselor of any sort, but she always formulates these theories um, about me and the decisions that I make. And they usually ring fairly true. So I have a lot of my aha, yes moments when I'm talking to her. Um, what else do I do? I guess this isn't really processing. Like I do a lot of stuff that helps me formulate questions. So like I guess watching YouTube videos is one of those things, and also reading blogs. And I like to look at people's like social networking profiles, especially. Yeah, I tend to get into reading even OkCupid profiles. I think people just make a little more of an effort to like go all out and describe all of their little micro identities. And so I just look at random people globally for fun. Uh, and and oh, I can't believe I forgot this. So after I do all this stuff, look up all this information, I and I don't feel fantastic about this because uh, from like an ecological perspective, but I like to do really, really long road trips by myself. Um, so usually I go up the West Coast, and when I'm driving alone for long hours, it's probably the only time when I like really clear my head and my best spontaneous ideas and decisions come to me. Um, and it's also like a kind of like no place zone. And I think it's where I feel the most comfortable with myself. Um, and same with traveling. So, or I mean, traveling to foreign countries. Uh, I don't even remember what the hell I was talking about. Sorry, I am so tired, but I will finish this in some kind of comprehensive way. So driving, yes, long distance driving, definitely process a lot there. Um, and also, as was mentioned in one of the other videos, like explaining things to people in a simplified way, that's definitely helped me out a lot. Um, and writing letters too. I think like writing trans coming out letters, which is my mode of operation, um, that's helped me a lot too, especially with like parents who don't speak English very well. Like I really had to simplify things because I wrote letters in English. Um, and because of that I kind of thought through stuff and kind of looked back at my past and my trajectory um, to where I've gotten now. So yes, writing letters. Okay. I think I'm gonna end it here, and I hope that everyone is having a good day Wednesday evening and Thursday because I have to be up at the butt crack of dawn. So I'll see everyone next week.